All right, so here's our one example using Cramer's rule. And what we have to do is we need to find four determinants. So we're going to find the determinant of the first one. And that's what we're going to call our D. So I'm going to use my determinant 3, 2, negative 1, 2, negative 3, negative 4, 1, 1, 1. I'm going to find that determinant first, and I'm going to expand about the bottom row on this first one. So I'm going to have, remember, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. So I know that I'm expanding about this last row. I'm going to have 1 times the matrix, 2, negative 1, negative 3, negative 4, minus 1 times the matrix, 3, negative 1, 2, negative 4, and then plus 1 times the matrix, 3, 2, 2, negative 3. And so I'm going to get that answer, and I'm going to get 1 times the quantity of negative 8 minus 3. Negative times negative is positive. Minus 1 times the quantity negative 12 minus negative 2. Plus 1 times the quantity negative 9 plus 4. And it looks like I get negative 11. And negative 10 times negative 1 is positive 10. And it looks like negative 5. So I get a negative 6 for that determinant. Now we just have to do 3 more. We have to replace with the number answers in the X row, in the Y row, and in the Z row. So I'm going to do that with my matrix. I'm going to write, here's my D sub X matrix, negative 6, negative 11, 5, and then I'm going to keep the other ones the same. So 2, negative 1, negative 3, negative 4, 1, 1. And I'm going to do the expansion there about, why don't I do about the top row, because I'm used to doing that. So I'm going to go with negative 6 times negative 3, negative 4, 1, 1, and minus 2, because the middle one is a minus, and I'm going to have negative 11, negative 4, 5, 1, and then the negative 1, which is actually a positive, right? And we're expanding about that, which gives me negative 11, negative 3, 5, 1. And if I go negative 6 times the quantity negative 3 minus negative 4, negative 2 times the quantity negative 11 minus 20, negative 20, and negative 1 times the quantity negative 11 minus negative 15. And that becomes positive, that becomes positive, that becomes positive. And so I get negative 6 times 1 is negative 6. I get negative 2 times 9 is negative 18. And I get negative 11 plus 15 is 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. And so I get negative 28. All right. So I'm going to stop there for a second. And I thought I'd go back to this one. I think I had a plus sign here on this 4, which would be a negative 13 instead of whatever I had written there, which makes my final answer a negative 14. Okay. I want to show you how to find the X value of the matrix because we have the 2 answers here. Notice here is D of X divided by D, so I get negative 28 divided by negative 14. It gives me an answer of 2. I'm going to write that answer, and then I'm going to erase, because I already know my D of X is negative 28, so I'm going to erase all of this, because I know D of X is 28. And we know that our D was negative 14. So I'm going to erase that. So I can make room to find the other two. My D was negative 14. So now I have room to find my D of Y, which is the replacement of the middle row with the answers. So 3, 2, 1, negative 6, negative 11, 5, negative 1, negative 4, 1. And my D of Z, again, I'm going to leave the first two rows the same and replace the last row with negative 6, negative 11, and 5. And then I'm going to find the determinant of each of those. I'm going to pause it and do it offline. Alright, so I expanded out D of Y and D of Z, and I got 42 for the Y and 84 for the Z. Now to find the Y value, I have to take this 42, which is your D of Y, I have to divide that by the determinant of D. And if we go back up, we remember that our D was negative 14, which gives me a negative 3. So Y equals negative 3. And to find D of Z, we have to take D of Z divided by our D, so negative 84 divided by negative 14. And that turns out to be 6. So we found all of our values. We know that D of X divided by D gave us 2. So we have an X value of 2, a Y value of negative 3, and a Z value of 6. So our point of intersection of the three lines is at 2, negative 3, 6. All right, enjoy your homework.